So it's going to be Phantom Knight, Horus Adventure, whatever you want to call it, and we'll get right into the main deck. So first we got the best starter, the only real one-card starter in the whole deck, Speedroid Terratop. So this is one of the only cards that can just get you into a decent combo all by itself and get you straight to the Adventure Engine, or if you draw into the Adventure Engine, it'll get your Phantom Knight combo going very easily. Next we'll just get into the Phantom Knight cards. So obviously we're going to have 3 Torn Scale. This one is just like the most generic. This is the one that'll get your combo started. As long as you have another card to pitch for it, it can get you into Cherubini, which can get your plays going. And then I run 2 of the Cloak. I see some people playing 3. I just like being able to mostly dump my Phantom Knight cards. It's kind of scary seeing them in hand because they're easy to like hand trap or get negated. And then obviously you play 3 Boots. That's the easiest one to pair with another one to extend into Cherubini, which is pretty much all we're trying to do with the deck. So those are the main ones. And then for weird ones, I play the Stained Greaves. And then I'm playing 1 Shade Brigine. I kind of like the idea of having a combo that I could do just with Rusty, because a lot of the level 3s, if you dump them with Rusty, you can't actually combo unless you have something else to pair with it. But if you dump Cloak and search this and set Shade Brigine, that's a rank 4 right there. And you can either go into like a SP, IP, or make Nightmare is the rank 4 that I play. Then into the traps, we've got double Fog Blade, 1 Wing. Obviously, you like to be able to trigger both of these in the same turn if you need to. Gives you 2 Reborns, and then also putting up monster negates is really good now that Appaloosa got banned, so that's also why I really like Fog Blade, and it's really good against Tempai. Kind of plays around their battle tricks and the protection that the field spell gives them. And then straight into the Horus engine. Obviously, you've got the King Sarcophagus. It's nice to be able to just draw this and be able to pitch your Phantom Knight cards, Adventure cards, and get your Horus play started, and be able to use those cards in the graveyard. So I think that's why the package kind of synergizes well. Then we just do 3 Imseti, 1 Duomatef, 1 Happy. Pretty basic. Imseti is obviously the one that gets your combo started. These 2 are basically bricks, but it's really nice to be able to get the bodies up and sometimes use the Horus to make your Darklink 3 and Rusty. And then into the Adventure Engine. So I am liking the 2 Water Enchantress. A lot of people are only playing 1 because you can just pitch it off of the Cherubini. But I was playing Spear Mode in the side, and with not being able to normal summon, this is a really good starter for you. So I didn't mind playing it at 2, and then I kind of play it with the 3rd right. So that's like a kind of access to right is easier, even though you can find it off of the Cherubini. And then obviously you got the Griffin Rider, the Draco back, and the Fateful. Omni Negate, crazy good in the format right now. You know, everybody's playing the crazy board breakers, and it's nice to be able to stop that, and then they actually have to play through your board. Then for hand traps, I just have the 2 Bestials. The Bestials are just generally good in the format right now, but I also like to have it because it can help you go first if you need the dark material to go into your Rusty to be able to set up at least some sort of board. And then 3 Ash. So this deck doesn't really play hand traps too much, so it's kind of weird because a lot of decks you want to like see multiple hand traps against them, but I really like Ash because it plays against Charmy, the Parelia card, and then also it is generically good against a lot of other things. But yeah, that's the main reason I put it in. And then still going along with, you know, the if I get hand trapped kind of mentality, the Tactics is really helpful. Triple Tactics talent. It helped me a lot just to be able to keep playing because a lot of my cards are very hand trappable. Very much like it can stop my whole play if the wrong card gets Ash and I don't have any other extenders in hand. So Tactics was definitely a really good card today. And then Forbidden Droplet, I think, is like the best breaker, and it's insanely good in Phantom Knights, just pitching your cards and starting your plays. I think it's like easily staple in the deck, I would say. And then finally, Called by the Grave. Again, I'm trying to play through hand traps so I can get my combo off. That's pretty much it, you know. That's the main deck right there. 43 cards. It felt pretty solid in my opinion. Going to the extra deck, so we've got obviously Cherubini. That's like the main card that you want to get into to get all your plays started, obviously. Get you the Adventure, get you Phantom Knights. It just does everything to me. I don't really play into the other BAs, but that's still, you know, it's PK Fire, I guess, you know. But other Link 2s, we've got the Dark. I really like being able to steal my opponent's SP Little Knight, Shifter. It just makes it so you can play with awkward hands. And then you have IP and SP. These are just format staples. They are really good on the end board, but I was also making my rank 4 a lot of the time instead of going into these. And then obviously your Link 3, Rusty, the boss monster for the deck. He sends one, sets one. I don't have anything bad to say about Rusty. He's my guy. Rusty, good dude. And then you play the 2 Break Sword. This is how you get into your rank 4 combo. OTK, set up Nightmare, make IP. It's really nice being able to pop itself, and there are a lot of situations where it might get negated and destroyed, but its graveyard effect will still trigger. So I think it's a really good rank 3, and it's crazy how old this card is and still does pretty hard work. And then what you're ranking up into when you go into your 4s, you have the Raiders Knight and the Nightmare, and then obviously with the Raiders Knight, you're going to be ranking up into the Arc Rebellion Exceed Dragon, big dragon, win game, big attack. Obviously, you know, that's the game plan, is let my opponent make their big board, droplet them, take all their attack, OTK. And then with all the Horus stuff, we get to play the rank 8s. So Zombie Vampire, if we're feeling Gamba, got to get our plays started. Want to steal my opponent's Fenrir, hopefully. That's my favorite thing about Zombie Vampire. And then number 90, Monster Negate. It can help you play through Nibiru or just make your board better. I like Hope Harbinger because putting up a spell negate is pretty much impossible up until now with Phantom Knights. You know, we get some Omni Negates here and there, but it is really nice to be able to put up an Omni Negate plus Spell Negate, and the deck just makes Monster Negates. So those are our rank 8s, and then we've got the 2 Gundams, Typhoon and Zeus. I kind of last minute swapped Leviair out for this. I feel like Leviair in this version of the deck is kind of a desperate move where you're trying to somehow make a play happen, and I just thought Typhoon was sort of the same thing, but better in situations at this point in time, in my opinion. And then into the side deck, we'll start with the worst cards. So this one wasn't as bad, but Imperm was pretty mid in my opinion. It just, a lot of people can dodge stuff like Imperm, and it just wasn't impactful enough. And then alongside that, even worse, surprisingly, Dark Ruler No More. I did not get to play this card one time. I sided in a few times, never saw it, and every other time it just felt like it wasn't a good enough card against whatever deck I was playing. Then I was playing the Takers all weekend, Mind Control and Change of Heart. I think it just baits a negate for real, and if you draw 2 of them, that is really good, but a lot of the time you just draw it and it's a negate. And then you get to actually play through your opponent's board. Cosmic Cyclone, this is like the MVP. This is one of the best side cards right now, in my opinion. It's really good against Tenpai. It's really good against Anti-Spell, which obviously is a 1-of, but it's a very... even any floodgate, you know, it's nice to be able to have an answer for that, and I think Cosmic Cyclone is the one right now. And then last card, I kind of teched my deck out with a couple things to make this work. The Raw Sphere mode. I was really scared of Yubel, even though I didn't lose to Yubel all weekend. I was trying to prepare for it, and I thought spear mode was the best way to do that, and my deck has a lot of ways of playing without special summoning at all. So yeah, that was it. I ended up going X2-1 in 9 rounds at Columbus, and then the next day at South Park, I kind of ended up scrubbing out. This is my first time playing 2 regionals in the same weekend, so I was pretty exhausted. My decision making just wasn't there, and but I am really happy to have gotten my invite and gotten, you know, like I said, I went X2-1 in 9 rounds at the biggest event that I've ever done. At least, you know, decent at. And huge shout out to Team NEOH, Thomas, Dylan, everybody that was in the car with us. We made a trip out of it with a couple people. Yeah, that's going to be it. Sheldon, Javon, all the teammates at Team NEOH and the 330 chat. Y'all are awesome. Yeah, y'all have a good night. Thank you.
Shout out PK, best deck.
Yep, PK, best stack, obviously. People knew that.
Oh, yeah.